Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Hildebrand. In our last episode, we had Master Poo-Poo, the alien creature, getting sick, and so we had to acquire some ingredients for a cure for him, which we almost kind of got scammed during that process. And then after that, we ran into the cyborg being Luge, and we're able to defeat him using the power of basketball. And so, after that, we headed over to Charlian and recovered a heirloom of the Mandervilles, which turned out to be an alien projector device that, when we played the recording on the projector, revealed that the Mandervilles are actually the descendants of aliens. Well, more specifically, an alien intelligent parasitic organism, kind of like the Goa'uld from Stargate, that crash landed on Atheris and then took a willing Hura host and then established the Manderville house. And so Godbert Manderville and his son Hildebrand Manderville are descendants of aliens. But you know what? That kind of tracks. So, that is kind of where we left off. And so, the latest patch has just come out. Literally, just servers came back online a few minutes ago. Which is why suddenly just all kinds of people popping in. And that has added the new quests for the Hildebrand storyline. So, that is what we're going to get up to. So let's go ahead and talk to Delian and see what's going on. Oh yeah, we had a little scene with the merchant guy who apparently was working with Poo-Poo's friend that he's looking for, doing something nefarious. And so we'll have to see about that. Alright, let's see what we got. Ayame, you're just in time to assist my latest fact-finding expedition. A recent foray into Charlian revealed that Poo-Poo's friend was in the company of a Hannish alchemist, yes? As such, I was inspired to do some preliminary legwork here in Thavnair. I contacted my usual sources for local sightings of alien phenomena, but alas, they had none to share. I have thus switched tactics and decided to track down this alchemist fellow instead. Surely someone will have heard the tale of an apothecary bold enough to set up shop on a Garlean battlefield. The inspector and the others have been pursuing a similar line of inquiry, yet have found no leads here in the city or at the great work. I believe they've moved their investigation to Hildebrand, so I suggest we hurry over and join them. I cannot have that little blue man muddying the waters when we're so close to grasping his master's plan. Oh, his master plan. Let's get that over here. All right. Off to Hildebrand. Probably have talked to Nashu first. Oh well. I see the two of you are eager as ever to observe my inspectorial genius at work. Ah, the long-term fans are often the most ardent. Oh, hold on. I have it on auto advance for some reason. Alright. As a matter of fact, we were just about to continue our investigation into the alchemist we know to have been traveling with Master Poo-Poo's comrade. I mean, as I say, I'm merely following in the inspector's wake. You needn't be so modest, my dear Inspector Brandehild. 'Tis wrong of me to comport myself as an equal to you and you all in any respect, for I am but a copy, and a flawed one at that. Stuff and nonsense, clone or not, self-depreciation is unbecoming in a Manderville man. Exactly, the things you can do are amazing. Oh, I don't know about that. Was you who saved Ayame from certain doom, was it not? Well, not quite as alacritous as mine. Your rapid reasoning is nevertheless quite effective. 'Tis kind of you to accept me, rough edges and all. Only hope my meager contributions are of some small assistance. Too modest by half. I'd say his mental faculties far surpass those of the original. That's enough chin-wagging amongst ourselves, I think. Let us spread out and learn what the locals know of this adventurous apothecary. Alright, split up and talk to the locals, and there's our little, creepy Lalafell. Almost called him a Taru. I've been playing too much 11 recently. No such thing. Alright. Yedlamad Fishmonger. Do I know any apothecaries? In Razadhan? Of course, more than I can count. I've not heard of anyone peddling such goods in the heart of the Empire, though. It seems like a terrible idea to me, what with the Civil War raging and the world almost ending. The situation's improved in recent days, but even so, the Radiant Host still has to provide security for cargo shipments. A lone merchant trading there alone? Impossible. Over here? I know of many merchants who travel abroad to ply their wares, but none who have business in Garlemald. You have to be mad or desperate indeed to consider setting up shop in that troubled land. I mean, word is we've signed some kind of trade agreement with the Garleans, but it's still not the kind of place where one simply wanders in and opens a street stall. Alright, and the fisherman. Yes. I know the one of whom you speak. A fellow fisherman told me of a friend of his, an apothecary, who set off for war-torn Garlemald to sell his medicines. Reckless fool, if you ask me. I have no interest in the affairs of such men, but you do, I take it. If so, I suggest you head to Usakayak and hear the tale for yourself. Look for a red-haired lad there gathering shellfish. Interesting. Seems a lot of people have decided to do Hildebrand first. Ah, Ayame, I hope your questioning has borne fresher fruit than mine. Oh, a good friend of the alchemist in question, you say? Then let us gather the troops and pay a visit to this felicitous fisherman. Right there. Red-haired fisherman. The story of my apothecary friend? Oh, you mean, Baharasov. Well, I was near enough to calling it a day anyway, so here's what I can tell you. Baharasov comes from a very poor family, and growing up never had much in the way of money or possessions. I suppose those experiences are what led to his lifelong obsession with gaining wealth. After trying his hand at a succession of trades, he decided alchemy would earn him the most gil, but his stock never sold as well as he hoped. But when he heard about the internal strife in Garlemald, he saw it as a golden opportunity. Surely, the middle of a war was the best place to sell medicines. Yeah, more like the best place for near-death experiences. He soon gave up on his Garlemald venture, but while one would have expected him to return lamenting his ill fortune, Baharasov was practically euphoric when I saw him again. A God's given blessing he'd found in the snowfield had given him much cause to celebrate. He said he'd learned how to create gold. I must admit, I laughed at first. Then he showed me a gleaming mountain of the stuff, enough to proclaim himself a merchant prince. He even changed his name to Vahudi, a word which brings to mind the bounty of the divine. A name I have heard. He is the rising star in the markets, is he not? The one snapping up commercial ventures left and right? Yes. Van Hoody has certainly made his ambitions known here in Thavnair, especially when he attempted to purchase the entire port of Hildebrand. The dockmasters declined to sell, of course, but when it comes to buying historic landmarks, a bottomless purse can open surprising doors. Last I heard, he converted the Gilded Araya into a private abode and has been filling it with every rare treasure his gold can secure. He pays out particularly large sums for artworks depicting the goddess Asura. I remember him being a fervent worshipper of hers, even as a child. I encountered much Manusia and Murga lore in Razdadhan, and I recall no mention of this Asura. Well, that's hardly surprising. As a deity of war, she is not well loved by the common folk. Baharasov is different, though. He sees life as a constant battle to amass wealth, and it is to Asura he prays for victory. And damn me if she didn't listen. That once poor boy became merchant royalty, a man far too rich and important now to afford more than a fleeting moment for a simple fisherman, even those who were once dear friends. If you excuse me, I really must leave it at that. These clams won't sell themselves, you know. How about that, eh? Our sought-after apothecary and the upstart merchant prince were one and the same. Might we assume the blessing he stumbled upon in Garlemald was a certain alien craft and its occupant? Hello there? Sorry to intrude, but aren't you the hero who helped us when folk were turning into beasts? Well, some nasty-looking creature just showed up outside town. One of our guards went to confront it, but I don't like her odds against that thing. It sounds like a case for Inspector Hildebrand. Come, friends, let us investigate forthwith. Alright, let's see what's going on. Oh, you again. I thought you destroyed that monster. I have the situation under control, citizens. This individual bears a strong resemblance to a known fugitive, so I thought it prudent to investigate. Regrettably, he has proven less than forthcoming with answers. How many times must we teach you the same lessons, shiny skull man? Lesson? What do you want about? Cease his babbling and get out of my way. Lord Van Hoody's orders are to cause trouble at the port, and I'm running behind schedule. Van Hoody? The merchant who tried to buy Yedlamad? So he put you up to this? Curses, how did you manage to deduce our dastardly plan? Because you just spilled the beans, buddy. You just blurted it out. Silence. No one who learns of our schemes can be suffered to live. Prepare to be squashed, meddlesome worms. Oh, hi there. Suddenly, Godbert. Suddenly, more of them. 3 more sinister skullmen? Was the doctor a quadruplet? Hello? Ah. Mother. Angry. Mother? Vexatious vermin, this will soften you up. Nice hit. Ah, a lucky hit. I think it went foul. All right. Oops. Yeah. You might want to run there. One last pitch. So I guess it's 2 strikes. Unlimited heavy hitter special. Well, that was my fastball. The comebacker straight to the pitcher. I've come to expect father's sudden appearances, but what brings you here, Mother? A proposition for that merchant Van Hootie, as a matter of fact. I'm accompanying your dad as a manager for Manderville, and we were just on our way to the bloke's mansion. I've already refused Master Van Hootie once before when he tried to buy out our commercial empire. This time, however, the deal concerns offloading a quantity of gold at wholesale prices. It's quite an attractive offer considering fine jewelry is our stock in trade, and we thought to at least listen to his proposal. But if he would purposefully command his lackeys to disturb the peace of a public port... We can't do business with a thug like that. Absolutely not. Where did all those lackeys come from in the first place? Is there a hulking, weaponized brute manufactory around here somewhere? As I suspected, my ship's vaporization beam is configured to expunge only replicated matter. So you can copy inorganic materials as well. How interesting. Once the matter duplication facility has analyzed an object's molecular structure, it can generate any number of copies. It cannot create matter from nothing. A requisite supply of ether must be on hand to facilitate the process. Oh, you do know about a lot, Inspector Brandehild, even alien starships. It is no great achievement, as I've mentioned. The gaps in my knowledge were patched with data from the starship's own archives, which included the vessel's full schematics and functions. Assuming I understand this correctly, it's possible Van Hootie is using the repaired alien craft to replicate piles and piles of gold? We share the same suspicion, Master Delian. To my knowledge, no other method exists that can reliably produce precious metals. Of course, 'tis the obvious conclusion. That being the case, one might further assume that Van Hootie is either threatening or deceiving Master Poo-Poo's comrade in order to gain access to the vessel's superior technology. Our course of action is clear. We march right up to this gold spawner's front door and demand the release of his extraterrestrial hostage. Alright. Delian. Inspector's mothers are as monstrously strong as the Manderville men, except that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, because wouldn't she then be part of their family, and that raises uncomfortable questions. All this talk of threats and deceit has me worried. Brandehild? I'm given to understand that, while identical in appearance, the craft belonging to Master Poo-Poo's comrade is equipped with more advanced technology. Nashu? That was a smashing hit, Ayame. Julian. Good to see you, Ayame, and good to see you're still keeping company with our darling boy. Blocky lad, a new friend of yours? Smooth off the edges and he'd be the spitting image of our Hildy. And Godbert. I was hesitant to put stock in the unsavory rumors I'd heard, but this unprovoked attack on the port would seem to be incontrovertible proof of Van Hootie's villainy. Alright, Hildy. We must confront this malicious merchant at once. If your heart's set on confrontation, then you may as well come with us. Van Hootie's invitation included a private airship flight to his new estate. Aye, we still need to formally reject his deal anyway, and his pilot will be waiting. Alright, Gobert. Shall we be on our way? We're to meet Van Hootie's pilot atop the rise just south of Kajaya's footsteps. Alright. Here we are. The private airship pilots. Lord Godbert, Lady Julian. And entourage? Excuse our presumptuousness. My son and his companions insisted they come along, desperate as they were to meet the illustrious Master Van Hootie. I see. One moment, if you please. Lord Van Hootie should be glad to welcome you all to his home. Pray step aboard and I shall take you there directly. Oh, my. That looks like the tech used in those towers. Welcome, honored guests, to my humble abode. I trust the view is to your liking. Since you traveled all the way from distant Ulda, a pleasant backdrop to our talk was the least I could provide. And what an unexpected boon this is. I've been debating whether to extend you a personal invitation, but now here you are, like a wish come true. Save your act for the magistrates, Van Hootie. We know the secret of your ill-gotten gold. You will cease his exploitation of alien technology and release your hostage into the care of Master Poo-Poo at once. Unraveled all my schemes, have you? Good. I needn't waste my breath on tedious explanations then. This is Master Poo-Poo, I presume? I do have his fellow alien here with me, yes. As for exploiting their technology, I freely admit to duplicating a quite frankly obscene amount of gold. That was merely the beginning. Imagine making copy after copy of the deadliest weapons in existence. Wouldn't the world itself be yours for the taking? Let's get straight to the point. I want you at my side. With the vaunted Warrior of Light as the template for my clone army, we could conquer this and every other land in creation. Oh, really? That'd be one good-looking clone army. That's not a bad idea, actually. No, I refuse, categorically and emphatically. A pity, yet I anticipated you would prove an impediment to my ascension. Yes, it seems the time has come to test Luge's ritual of manifestation. All was prepared long in advance of your coming. This tower holds not only mundane treasures, but also caches of crystals. As for the requisite congregation of worshippers, well, I had but to clone myself. After all, who is more devoted to my cause and my goddess than me? You cloned yourself and have used your clones to summon a primal. Divine Asura, take up thy blades and wage war upon my earthly rival. Got a plan there, Hildy? Nay, Hildebrand. Against a primal, we may be more hindrance than help. We dare not remain within its sphere of influence. Yeah, you don't want to get tempered there, buddy. I mean, we have a cure for that now, but still. Best of luck, my friend. I must make a gentlemanly withdrawal. Nice. The Gilded Araya is now accessible. I was not expecting a trial fight, but these are part of the storylines, so sure. Machinist with my new gear. Let's see. Hoping it was gonna pop somewhat quickly. Alright, well, I will pause and be back when it's ready. Alright, we are ready to go. Completely blind. So, let me guess. 3 modes. Battle commencing in 16 seconds. Apparently.
I am Asura, and on battle I thrive. Have you the courage and strength to face me? Will you dodge, or will you bleed?
All right. That's fairly straightforward.
The thrill shall fall.
Thank Buster.
You've not time to blink.
I guess that was a raid wide. Oh, crud. There was something there I didn't notice.
Tremble before the might of the minutiae. Come forth, embodiment of carnage. Revel on the bloody field of war.
Okay.
The spirit of battle awakens. Sharp is the lesson. The weak shall perish.
Oh, nope. Don't want to be there.
Hear the gleaming edge.
Oh, ah. Okay.
Unmerciful light shine upon you.
They're gonna come from the back as well. That's what I was thinking.
Behold the sixfold blade.
Oh, we just lost both our healers. And the DPS who can raise.
Fury be my strength.
Ooh, okay.
I will scatter your bones. Show me your steel.
Let's see, with 2 tanks and 2 DPS.
Battle awakens. Unmerciful light shine upon you. Show me your steel.
Oh, it changed positions. Oh, and there goes one of the DPS.
Sharp is the lesson.
Oh, and she changed position again. Okay, I see, I see. That mirrors what she does, but bigger. And it changes position.
Behold the six-fold blade.
Oh, man, that is tough. That is a memorization test.
Joyful is your downfall. I will scatter your bones. Will you dodge or will you bleed?
So are they just gonna wear her down? As long as no one screws up, they're probably fine.
You've not time to blink.
Though... Alright, gotta get away from those.
Show me your steel.
Could probably do it faster if we just wiped it and started over.
The frail shall fall. The spirit of battle awakens. Fear the gleaming edge. Show me your steel. Sharp is the lesson.
Alright, well, what I might do is just pause it until either they fail and we start over, or they finish. Because we've seen basically the entire fight's mechanics. So yeah, I'll be back.
I am Asura, and on battle
Okay, so
I
we
thrive.
did start over.
Have you the courage and strength to face me? Will you dodge Or will you bleed?
Yeah, stay right there.
The frail shall fall. You've not time to blink.
All right, we want to stay away from those.
Tremble before the might of the minutiae. Come forth, embodiment of carnage. Revel on the bloody field of war. The spirit of battle awakens. Sharp is the lesson.
All right, so then that's going to emanate from the big one.
The weak shall perish. Hear the gleaming edge. Unmerciful light shine upon you. Behold the sixfold blade.
All right. Okay, it's just a matter of standing in one place where the movements become predictable.
Fury be my strength. I will scatter your bones. Show me your steel. The spirit of battle awakens. Sharp is the lesson.
All right, now it's going to move.
Show me your steel. Unmerciful light shine upon you.
All right. Line AoE. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, there we go.
Hear the gleaming edge. Behold the sixfold blade.
Alright, so we stay here, we stay there. And then we go there, and then we stay there. Then we go here. Okay. And we stay, we move. There we go. Alright. Got it, I got it.
The face of battle is ever changing. Joyful is your downfall.
And then it's colored faces.
I will scatter your bones. Will you dodge or will you bleed? You've not time to blink.
Oh, get away from those. Get away, get away.
Show me your steel. The frail shall fall.
All right. Here we go. All right. Give out some commendations. I'll just pick somebody. There we go. Good show, Yami. It would seem you thoroughly trounced that pesky primal. And even as we speak, Mother and Father should be informing the Radiant Host of that despicable Van Hootie's wrongdoings. The Divine Asura defeated? Turn the wheel. We flee for now. Who is flying a starship without my permission? That treasure is mine and mine alone. You called your vessel, Master Poo-Poo? No, I did not. It's my friend's ship. Well, he's not happy. At last, the moment of sweet reunion is at hand. I'm so relieved to see you safe. Likewise, my friend. Why did you open fire on the airship? Didn't that man help you after your crash? He did, at first. He pulled me from the wreckage and saw to it that my vessel was repaired. So in return, I replicated whatever trinket he desired and taught him the basics of starship technology, but that resolved to be a terrible error in judgment. When I was infected with one of this star's unique pathogens, he took advantage of my weakened state. He seized my ship, flew me out to the jungle, and left me to die. Slowly, agonizingly, I was able to synthesize a cure for my affliction, and then I came back to reclaim my property. This experience has led me to conclude that the dominant sentient life forms are dull-witted, cruel, and entirely unsuited to peaceful cohabitation. We must launch a full-scale invasion. It is the only way to guarantee our survival. No, they are not like that. They're not all like that. These ones have been nothing but kind to me. Oh yes, they're all smiles until they laser you in the back. We have to strike first before they show their true colors. The ship's reactor core has been breached. If it explodes, everyone in the vicinity will be atomized. And we're all in the vicinity. Here we go. Think, damn it, think. If I'm to stop the explosion, I need to traverse a considerable distance to the starship, but I cannot conceive of no logical solution. How about an illogical solution? Inspector Brendahill, you must employ my father's mighty moves to propel me to the vessel. I too have calculated that Lord Godbert's signature techniques are our only means of achieving sufficient propulsion, yet there is a flaw in the proposal. I lack the strength to properly perform the throw, and I've no time to teach you the starship's controls. Inspector Hildebrand, it is you who must fling me. Skyward as only a Manderville can. And you threw him the wrong way. I, lost my grip. Given my trajectory and velocity, the correct shift and posture could generate enough lift and precessional motion to... Yes, I can still make it. Turned himself into a boomerang. Nice. It's too late. The reactor is going critical. There is only one way to save the day. Inspector Brandehild! Our brief time together was more than any defective clone could ask for. Be well, my friends. Is this case closed for Inspector Brandehild? Nay, my loyal assistant. As a chip off the old gentleman, our dear Brandehild has surely survived to tell the tale. We shall see him again, mark my words. In the next expansion? You rescued me, even though I tried to incinerate you with high-intensity plasma blasts. Even the cost of one of your own. If only I could make amends and earn your forgiveness, but alas. There's naught to forgive. With his blocky constitution, Inspector Brandehild will be just fine, I assure you. As a friend of Master Poo-Poo, you are a friend of ours, and a few minor plasma burns among friends, eh? Our home planet, it was lost to the phenomenon you call the final days. We survived only because we were away exploring the cosmos at the time. Our explorations, which had heretofore served no purpose but curiosity, shifted to a search for a safe haven. We visited countless stars, but all had succumbed to the same insidious ruin as our own. Growing desperate, we decided to settle on any suitable refuge we could find, whether it was populated or not. If the native beings were hospitable, we would live peacefully alongside them. If not, we were prepared to claim a new home by force. So it was that I arrived at your miraculous planet. Lulled by the apparent absence of metaphysical chaos, I blundered into a mundane war zone where I was promptly shot out of the sky. The rest you already know. Having fallen behind during our search, I hurried here when my communications received no answer. That was when I met you, Inspector Hildebrand. I was touched by the despair of the final days are reduced to beasts. Given our savage willingness to invade your star, it would seem that, in a sense, we fell prey to that despair after all. Fortunately, my encounter with you generous people, brought me to my senses, an outcome for which I am profoundly grateful. That said, there is nowhere else for us to go. Would it be too much for us to live here on your star? Well, of course you must stay. And I suspect you'll be wishing to repair your damaged vessel. Mummy! There he goes. I was waiting for it. Oh, Inspector, not again. Wait for me. Oh, never a dull moment around our Hildebrand. At least we needn't worry if the ship crashes, not with an impervious Mandervillian on board. Ah, funny you should mention that. Upon reviewing the Manderville family tree, it was made clear that a lord without heirs of his own passed the name to an adopted child several generations ago. Are you saying that you and your son are not direct descendants of Godbrand, the alien progenitor of the Manderville line? And how do you explain your unnatural sturdiness? When it comes to building strength and perfecting gentlemanly technique, 'tis not one's lineage which matters, but rather the unbending conviction within one's heart. Though Godbrand's bloodline be broken, House Manderville shall live on through us. If the begoggled boy can't swallow that explanation, I've also heard talk of some unseen power driven by feelings and emotions. Could that be you and Hildy tapped into that cosmic essence? Oh, if that's the case, then you must be positively swimming in it, my dear. Every thing appears to be under control here, so let us return to the city, shall we? Once more do I find myself hurtling at superlative speed towards an unknown destination. Another day, another thrilling case for Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Alright. Delian. Thanks to an enlightening conversation with Master Poo-Poo on the way back, I believe I have the answers required to proceed with our weaponsmithing project. I trust the endeavor yet holds your interest. Pray inform Master Geralt of your willingness to assist, and my hammer and I shall make haste to the High Crucible. And with that, I bid you good day. Thank you for looking out for our beloved son. I'm sure him and the blocky lad will be back for more cases before you know it. You've gone above and beyond for us, Ayame, so I'd like you to have the one replicated starship we made. Doesn't have the duplication facility or other such technology on board, but it will carry you through the skies. Use this key to call it whenever you wish. Ah, a new mount. Excellent. As for the two of us, we decided to get to know our new home better by embarking on a journey of exploration. And so this is where we must say our farewells. Thank you for everything, and we are fortunate indeed to have met you. It seems Poo-Poo wasn't planning an invasion after all. He even tried to stop his friend from launching an attack. I'm calling an end to this investigation, Ayame. Your unfailing support during this entire ordeal has been most appreciated. Thanks to you, I was able to observe the inner workings of Charlian and even traveled to the surface of the moon in search of the truth. And when my own conspiracies threatened to blind me, you were there to open my eyes to the true shape of things. This world yet harbors its share of the strange and inexplicable, not the least of which is the source of Hildebrand's impossible physiology. If not an alien, then, mayhap he's a product of a hyper-advanced civilization from the distant past, a descendant of some gruesome biological experiment? Saying he's, like, an Allegan clone? Someone needs to plumb the depths of these unexplained phenomena, and I am the very man for the job. Have at it, buddy. And the Goblin, of course. Hildebrand will return. Well, we already know he will. Because they've already confirmed it. And our Lalafell friend. Training. Another crash landing. Is it Brandahild? It is Brandahild. Alright, and that concludes the Hildebrand storyline as it stands. And it will be continued in the next expansion, which comes out in who knows how long. So, with that, we will end the episode here. So for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.